Hello, everyone. This is Rob Golfi with Remax, the Golfi Team. Welcome to the Golfi Real Estate Show with host Stephanie Vivier.
Well, hello there, Rob. And it's not just you today. You've brought some friends. You've got Nick and Samantha with you. I understand these two are part of the backbone of the Golfi Team.
We're in multiple offers all the time. And this agent in the end of January was like, wow, the market just picked up. And Nick and I looked at each other like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah. I know.
They were behind because we have such an abundance of listings that it gives us an unfair advantage that we can predict trends as they're happening in real time, where agents part-time or only have a carrying a few listings. It's hard for them to have that kind of intel, which is why our team is so strong.
I'll tell you a quick story here. There was a time in, I think it was 2016, I think. And what happened was we were holding offers and saying, house is listed today, but we're not doing offers till 4 days from now, 5 days from now. We were doing that right through the spring market. June hit. We did that on 3-4 properties in the first week of June of that 1 year, and nobody was even looking at the houses. So we reacted fast on that. We canceled those listings, relisted it, and said, nope, we're open for business. We're not holding offers. And we actually changed it to 48 hours irrevocable. That's how I started that off. And so that meant like, hey, if you got an offer, we'll deal with it. You don't have to wait for everybody else to look at it and stuff like that. And then we ended up selling it, and we changed the format. So that's how fast we can change. Most people that don't carry that many listings, it'll take them a month to figure it out that they know that nobody's wanting to bid against each other anymore. So that's a key factor.
Well, the next time I walk by this house, it's on my route walking the dogs. I'll definitely drop a Golfi card on there and let them give you a card.
Well, you should just knock on the door and wait and see if you can go in the open house.
I appreciate that, Stephanie. I do.
7 a.m. on a Tuesday. Hey.
That's it.
Well, you are listening to the Golfi Real Estate Show with the one and only Rob Golfi. He's brought along team members Nick and Samantha with us today. Stick around. We've got more with all of them here on News Talk 610 CKTV. And welcome back to the Golfi Real Estate Show. I'm Steph Vivier. With us today, Rob Golfi. We also have Samantha Kilburn and Nick Scopanero joining us, both realtors with the Superstar Golfi Team, getting into some of the big real estate topics of the day. And Rob, you've actually brought along with you a couple of predictions. There is a prediction right now on what the average Toronto home price is going to hit in 2025. And I want to know if you agree with that.
So there's two predictions out there. One was another brokerage. We don't have to mention them because it's all about the Golfi Team, right?
Exactly.
And then the other prediction is the Remax corporate office, which I do agree. And if I didn't even see it, I would mention it. So the one prediction of the one large brokerage across Canada, they're saying this is in Toronto, but this I feel this is all over Ontario. Toronto area home prices are forecast to increase by 5% year over year at the end of 2025, with a detached single family home leading the way, while condos units will struggle to regain footings after a tumultuous year, according to a leading realty company. So now Remax says that the Toronto home prices are expected to remain flat in 2025. And I believe that because house prices are too expensive as it is.
Yep.
And it just, but there will be an increase in some months and it'll decrease in some months. So, and that's why.
Flatline for the year.
Flatline for the year. And that's what I feel like. I don't know, like Samantha, she's nodding her head. I don't know if you could see that on the radio, but Nick's, I
definitely agree.
We concur. So I do believe that. And I think, and Remax is the leading company in Canada. They sell more houses than anybody else. I'm not saying that because I'm with the Remax, but it is true. So the one thing it is that they probably have a better understanding. Sometimes they even talk to top teams to get their feel for it. And I truly, truly believe that it will flatline. And it happens a lot. So, and I think we're going to flatline for a bit because in the 90s, I wasn't a realtor in the 90s, okay? But the 90s there was a significant boost in 1989, it was just like 2022. Spring of 2022 and spring of 1990, same thing happened. The market crashed. It was great for the first 3 months of 1990, and it was great in the first 3 months in 2022. Then it crashed. Identical. Now those like in 1989 and 2021, again, house prices were great. You if you had a pulse, you could sell real estate. You could. You didn't have to have a like anybody could sell real estate, and the housing prices were going up. And I remember I bought one, and I wasn't a realtor. I bought a house in 1980. It was October of 87. I was young guy. I was probably 20 years old, 21, and I sold it 18 months later for $145,000.
Wow.
I actually sold it just before the crash. Like, it was like I predicted the market. And everybody says, why are you selling, Rob? Why are you selling? I go, I don't know. I'm 21 years old. I can't see prices keep going any more higher.
Even back then.
Yeah. So that's I do, and then the market flatlined the entire 90s.
Yeah, the 90s is the only decade that house prices didn't double.
Yeah, house prices double every 10 years. If you go from 1960 till today, every 1960 to 1970 doubled, 1970 to 1980 doubled, 1980 to 1990 doubled, 1990 to 2000, it flatlined. And then 2000 to 2010 doubled, 2010 to 2020 doubled, to 2020 to 24, it doubled.
2000 to 2022, it doubled.
It doubled in 5 years. It doubled in 5 years. And but I do predict that it will flatline. But there are times, like right now, if you buy a house right now, I truly believe this, depending on different areas of the market and everything, the higher the market, the better. But I do feel that if you went to Burlington right now, higher market, you go to Burlington, you can grind and get a good price on a house. You can sell that same house in April, May, or March, April, for probably $100,000 more. And that's where they're looking at the prices of going up 5% or whatever. But then it's going to go right back down. It's going to go back down. So, but that's if you want to play the market. Like, I played the post office and I printed 380,000 flyers. I lost on that deal. I lost out on that. But Samantha and Nick, they believe that. And you know what the great thing is, though? It's the experience that makes a difference. That when you sit down with us, you will get that experience. Now, and I know, like, we're up against, sometimes when we're sitting down with people, and sometimes, we're with a family, they say, well, my nephew, Timmy, got his license. We want to go with him, and he's going to give us a discount and everything. Do you really want Timmy to sell your house that just got his license? Nothing against him. Nothing
against the name Timmy.
No. But usually when we hire new agents, we have a senior agent that goes with him, with the experience.
Yep.
We do.
It's how Samantha and I started.
That's
actually.
right.
Yeah,
that's right. We have a senior agent, and that's because we don't want somebody to walk in and not know the market, and especially with their family. Like I remember like even with you guys and other agents on our team, I said to them, listen, let me go with you if you're going to list a family member's house, uncle, aunt, cousins, whatever, because they remember you, stealing chocolate bars at the store when you're a little kid. So I go with them, and you know what it is? They are so appreciative. Family and friends of agents on our team are appreciative that I went with them. And now Samantha and Nick, they're senior agents. They go in with junior agents that are want to list their family's homes or their friends and family's homes.
They
but
tend to want to overpromise their family. They don't want to disappoint them, and then they end up not selling it at the price they've said, and then they break that trust, right? Every time you go to them with a price reduction, the trust kind of goes down a bit, and that's what we're finding out there right now. Is that there's a lot of overpriced listings that agents are needing the business. They want the business. They want their signs out, so they'll take an overpriced listing and then try and grind them down. Nick and we've been on a few appointments where, they've come off the market and they've just been defeated.
It makes it difficult because you're going in to try to give them a price. They've been told a price by a different agent, and now we're coming in saying, hey, listen, the realistic price is going to be this. It sets it up a little bit difficult, but at the end of the day, in the market, you have to price to sell, or else you will price to sit.
Yeah, it does make a difference, and like I said, experience makes a difference. I mean, we're always willing to work with the client on their price, but as long as they know what the market price will probably bear, and so that we satisfy both people. We satisfy the realtor, we satisfy the homeowner. And if it doesn't sell at the price that they think it is, they understand that they may have to come down to the market price, and it just makes things difficult. I've seen people. They put a house up for sale, and they'll tell their client, "Yeah, we can get you $850,000," but really the house is only worth $780,000. And so those people their expectations are that. And then what happens is somebody may come in at $780,000 on an offer, and they refuse it because their realtor said 850, and then all of a sudden they reject that, and then 6 months later they can't even get 780,000. They're chasing the market down, and it's a big frustration. Happens many times, especially in the market like this, where you got to be very, very careful because it is a price sensitive market, and it's tough.
Samantha and I
So
find. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, so with the predictions you guys are giving us here, looking at maybe like a hotter spring market and then things cooling off, what's the plan? Because things do change day to day, and that's why we rely on the Golfi team and all of the great numbers and stats that you guys can bring us. But people do plan a little bit further out. So if we're looking to make a move, either, maybe getting out of that starter home, getting into a bigger home, or looking to sell, how do we take those predictions you've given us and then make the most of that in 2025?
So my prediction is the market starts in Toronto, and it starts sometime in the mid to the end of January. It starts hitting in the Hamilton, Burlington area, February, March. And then it goes into Niagara, March, April. So if you're looking, let's say you're in Niagara Falls, St. Catharines, and I'm not saying like you might get a little bit more money on your house, a certain percentage, but it may not. But
then you're also buying higher, right?
That's
so it's
right.
all relative. If you're going to sell in a high market, you're buying in a high
Yeah.
market too, right? And if you're a first-time home buyer, just get in the market.
Yeah, just get in the market.
Solver extraordinaire. And as we head into the holidays, the Golfi team is working hard, just like Santa and his team. So if you want to make that move, go ahead and give them a call. You can even find out what your home is worth instantly. Go to golfihomevalue.com, 905-641-0308 to get in touch with the Golfi team. Rob, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for bringing along Nick and Samantha. Great to meet you both.
You as well.
You as well. Thank you for having us.
Great.
And this has been the Golfi Real Estate Show on News Talk 610.